India says its Operation Sindoor has reshaped both geopolitical and strategic landscape of South Asia. It said that the response to the Pahalgam attack stood firmly on legal and moral grounds, and history will remember it as a principled and calibrated retaliation. India's Press Information Bureau, the PIB, released a note on Operation Sindoor detailing India's strategic clarity and calculated measured force during this operation. It says that the campaign was not merely a military campaign, but a multi-dimensional assertion of India's sovereignty, India's resolve, and India's global standing by targeting terror networks and their state sponsors. India sent an unambiguous message. Terrorism will be met with a swift and proportionate response, irrespective of borders or diplomatic complexities. Meanwhile, a report based on satellite images says that India gained a clear advantage in targeting Pakistan's military facilities during the confrontation. As per the New York Times, high-resolution satellite imagery from before and after the strikes shows clear damage to Pakistan's facilities after India's calibrated strikes. The reports say that the 4-day military confrontation was the most expansive fighting between the two countries since the 1971 war. Both sides used drones and missiles to test each other's air defenses and hit military facilities. While Pakistan targeted India's military facilities, India was able to strike with pinpoint perfection and precision. It added that satellite imagery indicates that while the attacks were widespread, the damage was far more contained than claimed by Pakistan and appeared mostly inflicted by India on Pakistani facilities. The report said that visuals showed clear damage to what looks like a hangar at Bolari Air Base. You can see the images right in front. The base is located less than 100 miles from Karachi. And the report also said that perhaps the most sensitive military target that India struck was Noor Khan Air Base. The base is within a roughly 15-mile range of the Pakistani Army's headquarters, the office of the country's Prime Minister, and just a short distance from the unit that oversees and protects Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. That is how pivotal it was. As per reports, the Indian military said it had particularly targeted the runways and other facilities at some of Pakistan's key air bases, and satellite images showed the exact damage. The report further said that the satellite images of the sites Pakistan claimed to have hit are limited and so far do not clearly show any kind of damage. And as India had made it clear that all of India's military installations remain fully active and operational and ready. Referencing the Pakistani officials' claim of destroying India's Udhampur airbase, the NYT report said that an image from the 12th of May does not appear to show any kind of damage. Meanwhile, a team of Indian officials are engaging with the monitoring team of the UN Security Council's 1267 Sanctions Committee in New York. This is essentially the committee which sanctions and designates terrorists. The committee which lists UN terrorists is being briefed about Pakistan's role in supporting terrorism, as well as the activities of Lashkar-e-Toiba and its proxy resistance front. All right, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani sent us a report from New York.
An Indian technical team is here in New York for high-level counterterrorism consultations at the United Nations. The delegation is engaging with the monitoring team of the 1267 Sanctions Committee, which tracks terrorist entities like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. The team is also meeting with officials from the UN Office of Counterterrorism and the Counterterrorism Committee Executive Directorate. This visit signals India's renewed push for coordinated global action against terrorism, particularly cross-border threats, as it works to strengthen sanctions implementation and intelligence sharing with key partners at the United Nations. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.